Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. I am Hemapriya of class 10B and I am here to explain a poem, A Tiger in the Zoo, written by Leslie Norris. Before going into the poem, let me share some information about the poet. George Leslie Norris was born on 21st May 1921. He was a Welsh poet and short story writer. His works have won numerous awards and he is a Fellow of the Royal Society of Literature and of the Welsh Academy. He died on 6 April 2006. In this poem, the poet has contrasted the life of a tiger in a zoo with the life of a tiger in a forest. He has expressed how unhappy a tiger is when he is locked in a cage and how happy he would be in a forest. Let us get into the poem. He stalks in his vivid stripes the few steps of his cage, on paths of velvet quiet in his quiet rage. Here we are introduced to the tiger which is caged in a zoo. The word he refers to the tiger. And vivid means bright. So the tiger is having bright stripes on its body and the paws of the tiger are as soft as velvet. The tiger is walking in the small space to which it is confined to without making any noise. The tiger is also angry as he did not like to be caged in the zoo. He should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass near the water hole where plump deer pass. Here the poet is imagining how a tiger would be in a forest. Lurking means hiding. The tiger should be hiding in the shadows of the grasses and waiting for the deer to approach the water hole so that the tiger can hunt it down. He should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge, baring his white fangs, his claws, terrorizing the village. The tiger should be snarling and roaring near the houses located on the edge of the forest. He must be scaring the people of the villages by showing his fangs and his sharp claws. But he is locked in a concrete cell, his strength behind bars, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. Here the poet is returning back to the real situation of the tiger in the zoo. The tiger in the zoo is locked in a concrete cell and his strength is confined to the bars of his cell. The tiger is walking to and fro in his cell and is ignoring the visitors. He hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. He hears the voices of the men in the zoo at night and the sound of the patrolling cars. He then looks longingly through the bars of his cage at the bright stars in the sky with his shining eyes. Let us see the summary of this poem. In this poem, the poet has compared the life of a tiger in a zoo with the life of a tiger in a forest. The tiger in the zoo is spending his days walking vividly in his cage and controlling his anger. He is frustrated and restless. The poet says that he must be enjoying his life in the forest. He should be hiding and hunting his own prey and scaring the people in the villages. But on the other hand, the tiger and his strength are confined to the bars of his cell. He keeps longing for his life in his natural habitat where he would be free. Let us see the poetic devices. The rhyme scheme of all the stanzas in this poem is ABCB. Alliteration. Alliteration is the word starting with consonant sounds repeated in the same line is alliteration. Stalk, stripes, plump paws, concrete cell, behind bars are the alliteration used in this poem. Metaphor. Soft paws of the tiger are compared with velvet, which is also soft. So this is the metaphor used. Oxymoron. Oxymoron is a poetic devices where words giving contradicting meanings are used. Quiet rage is the oxymoron used in this poem. Imagery. Sliding through long grass is the imagery used as we can visualize the scene when we are reading this. Repetition. Quiet and brilliant are repeated in the first and last stanzas of the poem. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Thank you.
SRMJV is not just a school, it's a one-time experience.
VM Nagar, Tiruvallur,